Turn up the AC hot takes. You know what it is, it's your boy Fiddles Jr. Vargas Dynasty going up. Don't act like you don't know. We're the only three brothers that really running shit in the boxing game. You know?
Welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with Reason on a solo edition. Now we're going to jump right into this one, man. We back. Just got home from Vegas. This is the first thing I'm doing when I get home is the reaction review to what happened last night on the Pacquiao card. Now, man, Figueroa got the win. I'm going to be honest with you. I did a lot of driving this weekend, the past couple of days. I didn't get much sleep. I was kind of on and off sleep in that Figueroa fight. I'm not even going to lie. So I got to go back and watch that one so I could, you know. But from what I've seen, what I did watch, and then what it sounded like, he ain't deserved that decision. So we're going to have to come back to that one a little bit later at some point. But, yeah, Figueroa got the win. Pitbull, same thing with Pitbull. You know, we knew Pitbull was going to do what he does. He's the same every fight. He doesn't change. He's at you all night, throwing punches, throwing heavy shots, trying to knock you out. He won. I thought he won convincingly. He wasn't going away. So shout out to Pitbull. He did what he was supposed to do. Really no scare there. He was supposed to win. He was supposed to win going away. And he did that. You know, so salute to Pitbull and Figueroa for getting their dubs. Because those were the two that I thought were going to win. And then Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora fought. And once again, they proved we don't know anything about boxing. We could think we know. Until they get in the ring, we really don't. And it don't matter if you saw the fight last year between Fundora and Tszyu. Because one thing I completely forgot was Fundora was like a short, like 12-day replacement. He was actually on the undercard initially. But then there was I think it was the Keith Thurman injury, because he was supposed to fight Tszyu. And after the Keith Thurman injury, they elevated Fundora into that spot, and we saw what we saw last year. You know, let's talk about that a little bit. So the fight they had last year in April, Fundora was getting worked. He was getting his beat. Let's be real. First couple of rounds. And I thought Tszyu won the first 2 rounds easily for the first fight. Not last night, for the first fight. And that, like I said, the whole elbow, the top of the head, the blood, that changed the whole complexion of the fight. And nothing was the same after that. And Fundora ended up getting the I think it was a split decision. So, full camp for both men this time around. And the full camp might have benefited Fundora way more than Tszyu. Maybe Tszyu on the short 12-day for Fundora, like, maybe that worked in Tszyu's favor. Because Fundora wasn't able to put together a game plan for Tszyu the first time around like he had the time this time around, you know. And, you know, that may have played a part in the outcome. So let's talk about what happened in the rematch. Fundora Tszyu round 2, right? Let's talk about that. So early on, I was surprised with how it came out. Because I thought Fundora he fought beautifully the first few rounds. He was tagging Tszyu. He was hitting him often. Tszyu couldn't get out the way. He couldn't really find the range. Fundora, I think, was 4-1. If you were generous, maybe 3-2. But it was probably 4-1 after 5 rounds in favor of Sebastian Fundora. And I picked Tszyu by knockout. And Fundora, he's gotten better. There's certain fighters that every time you see them, they've worked on something, or they just look a little bit better than the last time out. Mario Barrios has been one of those guys. What was it? Ramos? I think at 54, Jesus Ramos is one of those guys as well. Every time I see him, they get better. And last night, Sebastian Fundora was no different. Every time I've seen Fundora fight, he gets better. Even when he got stopped by Brian Mendoza, 3 fights ago at this point, he was winning. He was whooping his ass, but he just got caught. That's boxing. That's the sport of boxing. That's what makes it so beautiful. That's what makes these guys taking these tough challenges so intriguing and so exciting, because you don't know what's going to happen until you get in the ring and you start punching the other guy in the face. You really don't know what's going to happen. And Fundora really did his thing, man. I thought in rounds like 3, 4, Tszyu got some good work in. He started landing some good shots, stepping to the side, sidestepping the jab from Fundora and throwing his own, sidestepping and throwing hooks. He was trying to move around in range, but Fundora's range is different. His range, 6'6", his range is like 81 inches compared to like Tszyu, 5'9", and like 73-inch reach advantage. It's like an 8 or 9 inch reach advantage for Sebastian Fundora, and he took advantage of it in every way possible. He was landing some hard shots on Tszyu, uppercuts, combinations, and I thought, I think it was the 6th round, Tszyu was actually doing some good work right before he gets stopped. 6th or 7th round. He was actually doing some great work against Fundora. But as the end of the round started coming up, Fundora started landing more. And he landed some devastating shots to Tszyu. And then it kind of looked like Tszyu was kind of stunned a little bit, but you couldn't really tell. And then when the bell went off and they went to the respective corners, Tszyu stood there in the corner for like 30 seconds before he sat down. His team didn't initially jump in and sit him down. Like, it took him, like I said, about 30 seconds before Tszyu ended up sitting down. And maybe he was stunned. Maybe he was out on his feet. I don't know. But he was hurt, visibly hurt, and he couldn't hide it. And they stopped the fight. So, and still, Sebastian Fundora, still the champ. Great performance by him. He deserves all the credit in the world. I was wrong. I thought he was going to get knocked out. And he proved me wrong. He proved every single person wrong that thought Fundora only won because of the cut. Fundora is better than I thought he was. Better than I gave him credit for. Shout out to that brother, because, man, I can't wait to see what's next for him. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that could happen at 54 for Fundora. Hopefully, for Tszyu's sake, take a little bit of time, just get right. And we'll see you back soon, next fight. I'm still going to watch Tszyu fight. He's very entertaining. He's got hands. He's got skills. He's a very good fighter. And he's just fighting killers, bro, all back-to-back. He got twice Fundora in the last year. And then he fought, at 54 that knocked him out. Starts with an M. I don't want to mess up his name, but yeah, and then right there, that just shows you Tszyu was just with it. He was trying to fight Keith Thurman on top of that. Hopefully he can still do the Keith Thurman fight next, because that'll be a good way for Tszyu to get back in the win column. So I just wanted to drop my thoughts a little bit about Fundora and Tszyu. Shout out to Sebastian Fundora, because he did his thing. He deserved that win, and I can't wait to see what's next for him. And salute to Tszyu. You're still him. And nothing to be ashamed of. You just got beat, man. And it happens. And I can't wait to see you back in the ring. I know you're a warrior. I know you're a dog. So we know we're going to see you back. And I'm looking forward to that day. So salute to Tszyu. But the star of that fight was Sebastian Fundora. And congratulations to him. He deserves all the credit, all the respect in the world for giving the rematch to Tszyu. And then doing work in that rematch. So salute to Fundora. Still champ. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, WBC Welterweight Championship on the line. Majority draw. One judge had it 115 to 113 for Barrios, and the other two had it 114 even. I thought Manny Pacquiao did enough to win. Before we go there, I was wrong on my prediction. I picked Pacquiao to win by knockout. I picked with my heart because I didn't think if the fight went 12 rounds that Pacquiao would be able to hold up for the full 12. Had nothing to do with anything Pacquiao has shown us in history. It just has to do with Father Time, being undefeated, really. 46 years old, fighting a 30-year-old in the lower weight classes. When once you hit 38, 37 in the lower weight classes, that's old. And 46 years old to come out and put on that type of performance where most people think you won. I've even seen the word robbery. I normally don't like to do robbery talk because I've always felt in a close fight, how can it be a robbery? But if you could say something was a robbery, you could probably say last night Pacquiao not getting the decision was a robbery, because you robbed the fans, you robbed Manny Pacquiao of a historic feat. They robbed him of oldest welterweight champion in history. One of the oldest champions, period. A legacy-defining win. Let's talk about it, man. So early on, I thought round one, Pacquiao came out on his game. I was not surprised at all with the way he fought in the first couple of rounds, because I thought he was going to get the knockout early within 5-6 rounds. So I figured he's going to come out all out. And that's why I thought middle rounds, 7 rounds, he would start to show his age a little bit. And he did. As the fight went on, he did show his age a little bit. And you could clearly tell he wasn't Manny Pacquiao of yesteryear, the one that we know, the legend, the 8, you know what I'm saying, the 8 division champ. But when you're that great, you fall back to earth, you're still great. You're still better than the average. You're still better than top 10, top 15 fighters, even at the advanced age of 46. Now, very close fight. I truly wouldn't be mad at you if you thought Barrios won the fight. I wouldn't be. But I think Pacquiao deserved a decision last night. 7-5 in favor of Manny Pacquiao, I thought, was the score. At worst, yeah, a draw. I don't think Barrios won the fight. A draw is, I'm not okay with it, because, like I said, we were robbed of a moment. I'm only okay with it if they run the rematch immediately. I have no idea what's going to happen in the second fight, because I didn't think Manny could do what he did last night. And it's not a knock on him. It's just because he's 46 years old. And you don't see that happen. An old fighter beating a younger fighter, like, you don't see it happen. Pacquiao looked like he was even a little too fast for Barrios last night. I don't think, personally, I think part of it was Barrios being a little too respectful. Maybe not wanting to really do damage to Pacquiao because of the respect factor. But at the end of the day, it's a draw. They're going to have a rematch. I thought Manny Pacquiao won. I thought he did enough to win. But I'm not mad at a draw, only because they're going to fight again. But we were robbed of a moment last night, and it's tough. It's tough for Pacquiao fans. It's tough for Manny Pacquiao himself, you know. But that's the game. It is what it is. We're going to talk a little bit more, you know, as time goes on. But I just wanted to drop my thoughts, because I finally had a chance, because I just got home from Vegas, and I just wanted to drop my thoughts real quick on the card, on Sebastian Fundora and Tszyu, and then Pacquiao, Barrios. Truthfully, I think early thoughts for their rematch, I think Barrios needs to come in with a different type of approach to this whole fight. You already gave the man his respect. You already gave him his flowers. You already did all that. I don't want to see no smiling with Pacquiao. I don't want to see you dap him up initially on the first press conference and all that. But from that point on, it's kill mode. Be disrespectful. Push the line. Talk shit. Don't be his friend. Don't be a fan. He's a legend. Absolutely. He's one of the GOATs. Absolutely. but he's just another opponent in the ring with you. So Barrios, please, when y'all do start the build up for the second fight, no smiling, no handshakes, none of that. I want you to push him. Do something. Get whatever you got to do to get going. Don't be his friend. That's what I think. That's the approach Barrios, I think, should take. And hopefully he does that. So until next time, this has been Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. Do you think Pacquiao did enough to win? Talk to me. Do you think he can do it again in a rematch? So until next time, this has been Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. Shout out to all the winners last night. Figueroa, Pitbull, Sebastian Fundora, and of course, Manny Pacquiao, despite 46 years old. He showed up, showed out, got a draw, should have won the fight. 7-5 I had in favor of Manny Pacquiao. So next time, Reason, turn up the AC Hot Takes. We're out.